What's happening, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Ant's Garage. Today we got the C250 in, and we will be doing the Serpentine belt. To lock the tensioner, you're going to need a T60. Going to need a T60 to lock the tensioner, and what I did here is I was stuck a pick. You can see it right there. Ooh. It's resting on the engine casing. So you're able to get a straight pick. Once you tilt the tensioner over to loosen it, it loosens the belt, and then you're able to sneak a pick in through. Let me see if I can show you on the new one. There's a hole. Shout out FCP, not sponsored, but on the new tensioner, you can see there's the hole that I'm talking about to put the pick in, and there's your star slot to unloosen the tensioner. So that's what we got going on today. I just took off the Modal Works intake. That took a little finagling. This is what you want to be super careful of because you do not want to crack this. I've been there before. That's your air oil separator pipe, and then that's a coolant pipe, but it's attached here. So you don't want to crack this because coolant will start leaking everywhere. Ask me how I know. But that's what we got going today. I'll keep you updated. Wanted to show you where I was at, status update for those who need to do this maintenance on your car, your C250. So tensioner, pick, and then to actually, this is the second time I'm going to be doing this, to unloosen the tensioner, it's actually bolted from the inside. So I'm going to have to jack the car up and then take the belly pans off. It's really the middle pan, but you're going to have to take the rear, middle out, and then you'll be able to get the bolt that actually holds the tensioner in. These are fairly straightforward. This one's right here, and then this one's right here. I'm getting ready to take the belt off, and then I'm going to jack the car up, put it on my ramp so I can get access to the belly pans, and I can take the tensioner off. We'll keep you updated as we go along, but appreciate you tuning in. Here's what we got. So as I said, this was the second time I'm doing the Serpentine belt. I did this at around 95,000. When I bought the car at 91,000, I did, spark plugs, coils, did the Serpentine belt, did all the idler pulleys and the tensioner. And so this is the second time I'm doing it, just under 50,000 miles. And, you're going to want to inspect for cracks. This isn't, I probably could have kept going, but there's some slight cracking going on. I mean, honestly, it's probably good, but I'm just a maintenance freak. So I wanted to do it. 50,000 miles, going to do the belt. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to measure the old belt with the new belt, make sure it's the same size, but FCP's very good at providing the right parts. So I'm going to just make sure I got the right size, same belt, and I will start tackling the pulleys and the tensioner and jacking the car up. So in case anybody was wondering, these are the parts and the part numbers. So here's the belt, and then this is idler 1, idler 2, and here is the tensioner. So those are the parts I'm going to be using to do the idler pulleys, tensioner, and the belt. Nice Continental belt, so good quality stuff there. And just going to measure up, make sure it's the same thing, but wanted to show you what parts I was using to put on the C250. So to take the tensioner off, you are going to need an E12. Yep, E12. So right onto there, nice. This one you can't do the extension, no, I just tried it. You can't use the extension on this one. So E12s for this and for that. Come right out. What's up, team? Oh, wrong way. So we are gonna undo the first tensioner. Okay. I like to do one at a time just to make sure I'm doing the right part. since they are different. What are you all doing this weekend? Anything good? What do you got going on? What projects? All right. There's number one. Come over in the light here, 951128. And we got 9511128. Perfect. So no sense to mess around, right? All right. I'm gonna look up the torque specs on this because definitely don't want to over torque it and definitely don't want to under torque it and belt fly. That would be a nightmare. So let's get this in. I'll tell you, if you are not afraid to get your hands a little dirty, take a little time, the maintenance on the C250 at least isn't even that bad. Like everything's pretty much right here. It's an inline 4. Everything's right in the front. I did the thermostat when I first got the car. I did a coolant flush. It's honestly not that bad. All the everything's right there. Let's make sure. Snug up on that, and ratchet going the right way. Get that up out of the way. Cool. Like I said, I'm gonna look up the torque specs. I don't want to bust it. Also don't want to under tighten it because that's just as bad. So for this one, in front of the coolant pipe, can't get the extension in there, so you got to use it stubby action. Beyond that, it's tough filming just by yourself, let me tell you. So this one's on and snug. No, I didn't torque it down yet, but we got the new one on there. This one's coming off next, stubby action, and then we will tackle the tensioner. That looks pretty good. Okay. Not bad, not bad. And like I was saying earlier, the maintenance is not hard on the C250. Everything really does come apart nice and easily. The aluminum bolts, everything. It is plagued with the timing chain, but I'm pretty sure mine was done. I don't have any verification, but other than the timing chain, the phasers knocking off the timing, which is pretty big, but if your car was done, there was like a 10-year extended warranty on it. If your car was done, this is a great car. I love it. I've had to do only basic maintenance to keep the car rolling. Brakes, air filters, oil changes, tensioners, coolant flush, nothing major. And it's been good. I've had it it's going to be 3 years in March. So great car. 50,000 miles. Bought it with just under 100. So it's a great car. And if you're not afraid to get your hands a little dirty, you can save yourself a bunch of money. So I actually just took the first one that I put on off. I wanted to show you all when I took the washers off. There is a O-ring right there that'll keep the washer from falling off and keeping it in place and rubbing. So the difference, again, this one is smooth, this one's grooved. So two different, make sure the groove's on the left, smooth on the right, but just do one at a time, can't mess it up. So just wanted to show you all that. There is a little O-ring there, so it stops the washer from coming off and making sure this seat's right. The torque spec on the idler pulleys is 19 foot-pounds. So I just torqued those up. They are good. Honestly, not that much. So hand snug, but if you have, or snug it up, not tight, but if you have a torque wrench, highly suggest you get one if you don't, but 19 foot-pounds for those. Those are done. Now I am gonna unloosen get the tensioner back in normal position, pull the pin out, and then I am gonna jack the car up and get the tensioner out. Again, this bolt is from the inside, so just as an FYI, got to get it from the inside underneath. What's happening, everybody? It's the next day. We got some daylight. I am just now getting the tensioner undone. I don't know if you'll be able to see. Anyways, oh, there's the ratchet. So there's the ratchet. It's on the back of the tensioner. Again, the tensioner is bolted from the back. You're able to get to it. If I can show you. So it's up there, up through there. And then that's what I'm dealing with. So that's the bolt. Right now, I broke it loose with a 1/2-inch drive, and now that's a 1/4-inch drive, or 3/8 drive, and now I'm loosening it with the 1/2-inch. Just because I don't have a flex head ratchet, so this is what I'm using, but I was able to crack it loose with the 3/8 drive just a little bit, and then I'm gonna work out the rest now with the 1/4-inch. So that's what we're doing now. I got the belly pans off. Again, reaching up over the driver's side engine mount, and you'll see it up there. So I got the bolt out, and the tensioner is just gonna slide out. There it is. This was an E14, so this was the setup I used. So E14, take the tensioner bolt out, comes out as an assembly. And now it's all reversed. So I'm gonna put the new one in, bolt it in, throw the belt on. We got the idler pulleys in last night, and then I'll button up the air intake. I'm gonna throw a fresh air filter on. I have an extra just because the one I have is dirty, so, and it's probably due for replacement, so. Yeah, that's what we got going on. Thanks for staying tuned this far. We'll keep you updated. I'll show you as I button things up. Just noticed, this is the old tensioner. You can see that cracked. So it's supposed to look like that, and that is cracked. So I'm glad I'm changing this. I'm not sure how that happened. But yeah, I'm glad I'm changing this nonetheless, so. Just something to be aware of. What's happening, everybody? So it's Sunday now, and I had to stop work on the C250, the tensioner. So remember when I said earlier, FCP is great at sending the right parts? They are. They did send me the right part. However, not only is my original tensioner cracked, but the new one is too. right in there. So this is cracked. It's not lining up properly, and I'll show you here in a second. I'm gonna set that there. Okay. Well, that's halfway in, so this is what I am contending with. It's hitting that bolt, so it will not go in. And again, this is keyed basically. It's got to go in one way, just like that, and it's hitting this bolt. So I believe because this is cracked, it allowed the tensioner to spin just enough that it will not line up properly to go into the housing. So I contacted FCP, so they should be sending me out a replacement, but the car is now sitting until I get the new tensioner. Hopefully we get the correct one. Well, it's not that it's not correct. Hopefully we get a good one, not cracked. Because when I look at this again, so it's not only cracked, but these little plastic splines are not lined up where they should be, especially this one and this one. There's like little teeth that it sits in. It's just off. I believe it allowed, like I said, the spring to clock, the tensioner to pull over, the pulley, everything is just now slightly off, so it won't sit properly in the housing. Well, that's where we're at until we get the new part. I'll keep you updated, and we'll get this buttoned up as soon as I get a good part. What's happening, everybody? Welcome back. We're back in the shop. Got the C250 still here. Was able to source a genuine Mercedes-Benz tensioner. So I went to my local Mercedes-Benz dealer, picked up a brand new belt tensioner from them. Just didn't want to deal with the back and forth with FCP, but they were quick and painless. They did give me a credit, so all set there. Appreciate FCP. They do have great customer service, but unfortunately, the part they sent me, this is the old one, so the original cracked. And then, like I showed you previously or earlier in the video, the one that I received from FCP was also cracked. So when I went to install this, it was just slightly off, so it was hitting that bolt on the engine. But now, the genuine Mercedes-Benz never fails. This is the bolt that one was hitting, but that's how it's supposed to sit. I got it snugged up. It's done now. To do so, what you're gonna wanna do is reach up right here through the front. I was able to do it with my left hand on this side, and then I was able to snake the bolt over the engine mount and tighten it up. Again, apologize, I didn't get that on video. I did that last night. I was just too excited to get the tensioner in. But hold it through here with your left, and you're able to snake in over the engine mount just like we took it out. Snake the bolt in, because otherwise you're going to be fighting with this pushing it out. So it's just going to take a little finagling, but right hand over, get the bolt in, left hand hold the tensioner up through here, and you'll be able to hold the tensioner and just thread it in. And then I snugged it down. So that's where we're at. I'm getting ready to throw the belt back on. I'll keep you updated. I'll situate you so you can watch what I do here next. All right, so we have the new tensioner locked in place, just like before when we took it off. Got the pin in there. And now I'm gonna route the belt. All right, so I wasn't able to record while I threw the belt on, but this is how it's supposed to look. So what I did was, once I put the tensioner pulley in, we held it with the pin, I started from the alternator, worked my way up, following the groove. So anything with grooves, grooved pulleys, is going to have the belt facing towards it. Anything smooth is going to have the backside of the belt facing towards it. So worked my way around this, up, down, looped around this, came down, I believe that's the AC compressor, followed this around, down and around the crank hub, up around the tensioner, and then back over the water pump. And then that'll complete your circuit. So start from the passenger side to the driver essentially, and then down and up. Seemed to be the easiest way to do it, but that's how it goes. So I'm getting ready to release and put tension back on the belt. Everything looks lined up. Just make sure all your grooves or everything is seated. Again, flat surfaces, flat side. If it's got grooves, it's going to be grooved belt side. So that's what we got going. Looks a little loose because obviously there's no tension on it yet, but I'm just going to give it the once over. I'm going to make sure the bottom of the crank assembly here, crank hub, is good, and we'll be good to go. Put the intake back on and button it up and all set. All right, and we have the belt on. Tension is on the belt. I pulled the pin. So new tensioners in, new idler pulley in, new belt, all good. Tensioner good. Everything looked fine, nothing seems to be out of place. All these are riding right where they need to be in the grooves. Same with this one, I even checked underneath. I'll show you. This is what we're talking about. So nice and smooth, sitting in there nicely. Nice and smooth, sitting in there nicely. And then same thing right here, nice and smooth, sitting on there nicely. And that is how you change the tensioner, idler pulleys, and serpentine belt on a C250. I hope this helped. Now I'm just going to button it up, throw the intake on. Thanks for watching.